Lower your expectations. What is that title all about? Well, it's about these guys and about your dogs, particularly young dogs I'm talking about here. People expecting way too much out of their dogs as a young dog. Like I'm talking 16, 20-week-old dogs, and I'll go and train the dog at the home, and they'll tell me what problems they're having. They'll realize how young the dog is, and then I'll sort of do some training, test it, and it sits and it lays down, and it does a recall pretty good, walks on a loose lead, can ignore distractions, not too bad. That's amazing for any dog, I think, but particularly for a puppy. So I wanted to specifically talk about that in this video. I'm always mentioning about this sort of thing, but I just needed to do this for some of you out there to understand that you need to just chill out and relax. And with your young dogs, to make it less frustrating, focus on the things they do right. And regarding the things they do wrong, certainly reprimand them, tell them off, let them know you're not happy so much, but just pay less attention to it. Don't make it a big deal. Try to ignore it to a degree and give positive reinforcement to the things that you like. You have to cater your training for the age of your dog. It's very important. You can't train a puppy like you train an adult dog. Very different. Just on how you speak to the dog, how firm you are, how long you train, the reward system you use, it all changes. Puppies use a lot more food. We need to use that food as a lure. We need to get them focused. They're very, very young. With an older dog, you can use a lot less food because it's more mature. You can expect more of it. But you've got a puppy just come into this world. Imagine getting your 2-year-old child and expecting them without anything just to sit there and pay attention to you and do nothing else. It wouldn't work. You wouldn't be able to do it. You tend to get control of your 2-year-old more with, you might use food, but you might use incentives like toys, things like that to keep them focused. It's pretty hard to make a 2-year-old sit on a chair and do nothing. That is what you're asking your puppy to do. Sit on a chair, but you're going to sit on the floor, obviously, and do nothing. Doing that without food for a young dog can be very hard. Looking at you sees a distraction gone. You need to get them focused on something. So remember your food as a lure for puppies. And you will fade that out as they go on. You end up trying to use little to no food. That is my goal with dogs. Some food I'll use for a recall, but it's regarding his basics, pretty much 0 at this stage he's getting to. So I want you guys to just expect less of your dogs. This is a short video to chat about this, to remind you not to get so frustrated. Does he frustrate me sometimes? Absolutely. Absolutely he does. Do you know the hardest thing about being a dog trainer? Everybody expects you to have a perfect dog, and it's hard. I had a lady say to me one day when I was on the beach, I was training 2 young German Shepherds. You've seen in my videos. They're not my dog. They're about 22 weeks at the time, doing obedience. They ran up the beach a little bit, and I'm sort of going, come, and they wouldn't come exactly. And she said to me, with my shirt on, she said, maybe I should turn my shirt inside out. That was hard to handle. I just had to laugh and walk away. A, they're not my dogs. B, they're puppies. And C, they're just dogs. Dogs don't always act perfect. So I've got a lot of expectations on me from other people, which can be daunting because you're wearing a shirt around saying you're a dog trainer and your dog might not behave perfect. It is what it is. But don't be too hard on people like that. Don't be too hard on me. Dogs are dogs and they have their days. I don't know about your dog, but when I'm making these videos often, he loves to annoy me and be around me. That's like little kids, they want attention. So guys, I'm going to cut it short there. I'll not cut it short, but I'm going to cut it there. I didn't want to rant in this video. I don't want to make it a long one. It's just a short one to remind you. I need you to look at your dog's age and look at what you're expecting of that dog and understand. If you're not sure, read, jump on Google. It'll give you a good guide. What should I expect out of a dog between 8 and 16 weeks? And then what should I expect this? How long can I train it for? Puppies, he's found his toy. Puppies, you're training them for 10 minutes and then breaking, 5 minutes and breaking even. Small periods of focus and then break. Another period of focus, then break. Otherwise you find they just can't do it after a while and you'll get frustrated, but it's not the training, it's the dog. It can't focus any longer. You need to cater for your dog's age. Remember that, I said it earlier in the video, but cater your training for your dog's age. As they get older, you can expect more of them. You can train for longer, you use less food, you can be a bit firmer on them with what you expect. But with puppies, it's all about games and rewards and really getting them to just want to focus for you and have a good time training. Keep the training periods very short and fun. Don't leave on a negative note, don't end on a negative note, end on a good time so your puppy wants to do it again. You'll know if you're doing your training wrong if you're being too frustrated with your dog, because when you go to put your lead on your dog and do training, you'll see its body language. It's not enjoying the train. You want your dog to be happy when it trains. If it's training and it's sort of like this, you're probably being a bit tough on it. You need to understand, cater your training for your dog's age. So let's have less expectations, take them from here down to here for these dogs, particularly young dogs. They will grow up and you will get results. I've always said, like when you're teaching kids, I always use the kids as an example. You still teach a 2-year-old manners. You still teach them even when they learn to speak thank you and please and all these sort of things. But you know they won't say it all the time. But what you hope is when they mature, that all those lessons come out. And this is the same with your puppies. They're not going to do it every time because they're puppies. But when they mature, all those lessons of sits and stays and down and come and leave it and all these commands that you use, they all start to come out because the dog can focus better, and as it gets mature, it can perform better for you. So I hope this video helps, guys. If you like it, give me a little thumbs up, hit the bell icon so you get notified when I do a video, give it a share, and I really appreciate a subscription. It means a lot. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye.